So these are the instructions to update the longevity calculator as shown. This is the same base template that was provided where you have the inputs of the male age and the female age, and then based upon 4 different life tables you have the percentiles for the male life expectancy, how many years they're going to live, to what age, female life expectancy, and in number of years, what age, and then the couple asked to die life expectancy for male and female, and then them together, as well as the percentiles for based upon how healthy they are, what's the percentage that they live a certain age. So this one would read that the median, based upon this lab table, the median male probability of surviving to age 80 is 66.83%. And then in these comments are the increase in mortality rate for the lower percentiles, aka you'll die faster or you are less healthy, and then the increased or decreased mortality rate in this one, aka there's a larger percentage chance that you will survive for longer. If we go to the instructions tab, it has these instructions laid out in words just in case you would prefer to follow along that way. So the first thing that we have to do is determine what new mortality data to use. So I provided a couple tables here that I have used to update that you can look at either the Social Security website or the mortality website of the SOA to see if they're different or if they're updated as so. So if we take a look at the base data tab, I actually just found that there's a 2016 version of the IRS life table. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go step by step through the process if I were to update this mortality data here. So the first thing is we're going to overwrite that IRS static mortality table. So that's the one that we're going to copy over. So we're going to go to mortality.soa.org, which I already have pulled up. And then that one is provided under annuitant mortality US. So I believe I have it sorted this way. So it's by sorted by letters here. So if I scroll down to the IRS, is actually under the Healthy Lives mortality. That's the only one that's different. So if you notice, these are 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have the 2016 defined benefit static mortality tables. If you notice, they're split into male and female. So one thing you'll have to make sure is that you actually take both the female and the male portion of this. So we're going to go ahead and do the male first. So I chose the annuitant because that's the portion that we're looking at to try to determine their longevity. So if you go over here and you click on the Excel portion, it's going to go ahead, I'm going to download the female one as well. It's going to go ahead and kick you out in an Excel document. So we'll take a look at this. And each of these are slightly different, but they're similar formats in the way that they're presented. So this data has mortality data from age 1 to age 120. So if we just go through here, we copy it, we go back into the calculator, go into the base data tab. So we're overwriting this for the male. And then you just go and you paste it as usual. You're probably going to have to do this convert to numbers so that it does it correctly. That's how it works for the male portion. If we go back and we click on the female version of the Excel doc, which opens here, we have the same thing that we would like to do. We copy it, go back to the calculator, and then we're going to overwrite the female tab and then convert it to a number. And one thing you want to do is change the name so that it reflects the updated. There, and that's just it. Not doing the text. And then if we go back to the results tab, that is now changed. If you look, the name of this is changed, and the mortality data is changed as well. And that's all that you have to do to update the data. And these numbers are now, though it's probably better mortality because as time goes on, mortality increases. So that is all you do to update it. So if we walk through the instructions once again, you determine which mortality data you want to use and provide the links to each of these. You download the mortality tables as an Excel document, which is going to be on work.soa.org. And if you noticed, it's these Excel ones are the ones that I use that seem to work the best. Then you go open it, you copy the data into the base data tab, into here. So there's 4 tables that I have set up, so you could copy over any of these if you'd like. Change the name, and then repeat steps for as many ones as you'd like to do. You go to Results tab, and then all the new data is in here. If you have any questions for this, please let me know if this tutorial is sufficient or not.